Right, I didn't want to bore you to death with just me doing Scoutadelic, but I am going to bore you with well, not bore you, because they're waiting near the toilet, which is a bit weird. But it's easy it's easy to actually get these two mixed up because one's called Tom and the other one's called Tom. So we are going to have Tom, who is Tom Bell, who is an amazing 30-second co-host of Scoutadelic. How old does that make you feel? 30 seconds. And we also have Tom Highland. Yes, I'm so glad I got that right. And he is from Scout Content. So if you don't know anything about Scout Content, we'll be talking about that as well. So please give them a fantastic round of applause as they join me on stage. We're going to have a bit about social media. Tom's has got to go a bit closer. Because he's very quiet.
I am not quiet. Oh, my Lord. I can hear myself.
We know. I know.
That's alarming.
Is that like the voice in your head?
It sounds like the voice in my head.
Does it? Because mine doesn't.
Now you know what we have to hear.
Okay, so we have the two Toms and me. Now, last time me and Tom here, we've done two things together. You actually appeared in my 30-hour radio show.
Yes, that was loads of fun.
It was, and we discussed and debated about where is North.
Oh, let's not do this again.
We're not. And then we also have Tom on the end. Well, we've met at many sort of scouting events. The first one being obviously London Pride.
Yeah.
And you can tell that Tom is there because usually in the corner of your eye, whilst you're chatting, he's got this camera and he's taking tons of photos of you. And you're trying, I try my best not to look, but I always look, I'm sure of it. And then he's got just me going like that. But Tom, you have started up, and this weekend you have a stall, which is Scout Content. So what's that all about? What? This is the amazing Scoutadelic audience who are some of them on their phones, some of them looking down the ground, but all of them are excited to be here in a way that too are so laid back. If a flood happened, they'd still be floating away. It'd
That's
be great.
brilliant. I actually love those.
I want the orange one, though.
I've got an orange one, actually.
Have you?
I have an orange one as well.
They're from Iceland, aren't they?
See, I'm branding all over. So, what is Scout Content while I grab a chair?
So we're a national active support unit that are all about promoting scouting through photos, video, social media, web. Basically, most of us will be seen at events and helping push those events online. So it's all about putting really positive stuff about scouting out into the wider world.
And this is why I think they are amazing. You're looking at me with the kneeling on a chair.
That's a really good posture.
I know, right? My gym instructor will probably go, it's not right. But that's it. I always think, and I agree, that scouting should be more positive. It should be about having fun, whether you're a leader or whether you're a kid. So Scout Content is just that. It is showing how much fun it is. So you guys are whizzes. One has a lot of followers on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. And actually, every single time I open my Instagram, if you don't follow him, you need to.
You really don't.
Not for the stories, though. Yeah, there's... How many trains and planes and buses?
I had a Sunday roast on my Instagram story last week.
Yes, it was.
I made homemade Yorkshire puddings, and they were brilliant. I had to throw the first batch away. That's not what I put on my Instagram story.
And then Tom at the end there. He is amazing at photography, and he's obviously got a nice army that you're gonna have a massive army at some point that will be all over the place with cool neckers, cool branding, and if you obviously stalk him at any point or go to his stall, he's got an amazing T-shirt, which I really want, but in orange.
It's really cool.
And the best
It's got hexagons and everything.
Yeah, but the best thing is, Tom's not realised, he can nick that T-shirt because it's his name, so he can actually... There we go. Okay, so...
I'll sell you one, it's fine.
I like that.
For £0.
Right, so social media. So all these people use their phones, Some of them are on them now. Okay, I use it quite constantly. So what is the best way of using social media in scouting, do we think? Any one of you?
Nice, vague question.
I know. I tried to open it up with a vagueness.
The first thing is just to do it.
Do it.
Actually, that's the biggest hurdle to overcome. There's a lot of people that don't want to do it because they're scared of doing something wrong or putting the wrong thing out. But just start, and you can very quickly pick up great ideas from other places and use that on your own social media. And there's a great scouting community on things like Twitter that will just follow you. They'll share the stuff that you do and help you push it out. And there's some amazing stuff being put out on there as well that you can copy.
Brilliant.
Absolutely, that's the thing. You can, I wouldn't say copy, but you can be inspired by loads of other content that's out there. I mean,
Copy.
I was trying to
Inspired.
reword it,
Copy.
so it didn't sound like you were copying them.
But that's where ideas come from. You get that little seed and implanted. And so that's how I started Scoutadelic in a way, because I had these weird and wacky ideas. I'd seen all these YouTubers do things.
I think the best thing you can do is actually realise that what's in your pocket is an amazing tool, not just for sharing stuff on social media, but for capturing content as well. Your smartphone will record at TV quality. So when you record stuff, it will be fantastic. You can put it on social media, you can edit it on your phone, you can do loads of photography. There's loads and loads of photography apps out there that can really help you. And again, just be inspired by other content. Keep having a look around. A lot of the youth commissioners, for example, Mr. McDonald over there.
Yay! Woo!
Hey, Josh! If you have a look at his Twitter, it's a really, really good example of some of the content that you can share out.
Hey, there we go. You've got a plug.
At Eastlanks _ Josh. Love a bit of the underscore there.
I know, right? Is that the underscore? Look, you know, Scoutadelic _
No,
Tom, you've got an
you've killed
underscore, haven't you?
I do, but I don't talk about it. It's unspoken.
Okay. It's the unspoken underscore.
Exactly.
So it's not as
No.
like that. Okay.
Not a
And
fan.
do you have an underscore on yours?
No.
No. Is it not Scout _ content _
No.
No.
Scout Content ASU on Twitter or just Scout Content on Facebook.
Well, there we are.
Should
Okay.
follow you.
Oh, well, you know,
Do I?
simple, easy.
That's awkward.
So, I know for a fact, because I get this asked a lot, what about leaders who are unsure about taking pictures of kids? We get it all the time, because obviously you've just mentioned, and I agree, phones are the best way. You've always got it in your pocket. And if you're out and about and you're obviously on an activity, it's easy to just get that out, then obviously getting one of the cameras and actually going, oh, yeah, I know, I need to lug this big heavy thing around. So a phone is so much easier, but obviously there's a lot of leaders out there who think, well, can I use this footy? Or, you know, can I take this picture? And so, what should they be looking at, or what can they get around it if they're not obviously wanting to take a picture of the kid? What shots could they do, or how could they get around that?
So, safeguarding's obviously our top priority everywhere with everything we do. Now, if you don't have voter consent, or there's a child protection order, or that kind of stuff, or if there's a safeguarding concern, then think creatively. For example, one of the things that I used to do with when I was an assistant beaver leader was actually take photos of behind the heads of the beavers. So you can't identify them personally, but you can still see what activities they're doing. So if they're like planting stuff in the garden or whatever, then you can still see the activity they're doing. You can still see that they're scouts because their neckerchief is in the photo. It ticks all the boxes, but it doesn't have their face in it. So actually, you're really, really safe.
I think you've also got, if you're in really cool places, just a landscape shot can be nice to show off where you are, what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's fine. And I think one of the biggest things is around names and stuff. So one thing that we always do is not use a full name.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because then you're taking away the biggest identifying factor.
Obviously, would you use like first names or just
Yeah,
generic, this is our group, or?
Yeah, so we'd do, say, Mike from First Scoutadelic.
First Scoutadelic, love that.
Aged unknown. So those kind of things.
That didn't go very well.
So, now I say so a lot, and I'm hoping no one is actually counting these, because that's,
57.
So,
58.
no. What do you want to get away from? Because I know you see generic photos all the time of different things. So how do you spice things up? How do you make it that actually your photo is better than, say, that group over there who's doing the same sort of stuff? What's the do's and don'ts? What should these guys be doing great on social media, and then what shouldn't they be doing on social media?
Don't upload a kid that looks miserable.
Yes. The amount of photos
Like,
where a
number
young person
one.
just sat there like,
It's
really excited
it's the
for my
first
new
thing that you do is
headquarters.
like, right, here's a sweet, there, done.
I
Take
mean,
a
that's
picture.
bribery, but, you know.
Well, copy,
The best photos are natural. The best
Okay.
photos are ones that people don't know have been taken.
Right,
Because you've
okay.
got them natural. People hate photos being taken. If you tell them you're taking a photo, they tense up, they look uncomfortable. So try
Exactly.
That's
and...
usually
I'm not
normal
saying
face,
like
though.
spy on people and hide and take photos like that. Just...
So what you're trying to say is Scout content is hiding in the bushes and will find you at any point and go, click.
but normally
That's
would be
it.
wearing high-vis jackets, so...
Well, there we are, yeah. If
And
you
their new branded clothing.
if you see a green bush that is brightly coloured, you know
Beware.
there's a Scout content person
Like
behind
Jaws.
there with the camera.
I think the other thing I would say is avoid grip and grin.
Yes.
And when I say grip and grin, should we demo grip and grin?
What's a
Yes.
grip and grin? This is it. Let's see.
So if we're going to stand like alongside each other.
Okay, so this is a grip and grin. I'm going to take a picture of this
No,
because
you're
I think it's hilarious.
No. I am not being seen in a grip and grin photo.
Really?
No.
Because I wanted to then show what you should do.
You can draw stick figures.
Or just...
Okay.
So I'd avoid the kind of grip and grin stuff. Yes, if it's ceremonial, if it's like a parade, that kind of stuff, and it's official, then absolutely. However, you want to convey a message in your photo. And if you are, for example, opening a brand new HQ, what tells the message more? Is it going to be all your young people stood in a line in full uniform in front of that HQ? Or is it going to be them enjoying themselves, doing activities inside and outside that headquarters?
This is the thing. If it's a new headquarters, I want to be the nosy one, and I want to see what's inside the headquarters. I don't want to see kids outside, because that's kind of boring. It's like, whoa, look at the outside of our building. It's the inside. We all come on. Raise your hands. If you saw a building right now with a brand new hut, how many of you are actually going to go, oh, it's a really nice paint job outside? Or how many of you? Oh, Mike's like,
probably would as
yeah,
well."
that's great.
Branding
Or-
is important. It needs to be the right purple.
Or how many of you are going to go, ooh, what's in that cupboard? Or, ooh, what does your kitchen look like? Has it got a kettle? So how many
Has it
of
got
you...
a kettle?
I want to know that.
What kitchen doesn't have a kettle?
Our work.
And it's not a kitchen.
It has a boiling tap face.
Oh, well, there we are, yeah. So how many... So
I've got a
raise your
boiling tap.
hands if you actually want to see inside the hut, not outside the hut.
You don't want to see...
You don't want to see the inside?
Oh, sorry. Why do you think in my shows, if I visit a new hut, the first thing I do is like, oh, I need to go to the toilet. Where is it? And it's straight on. Oh, look, they've got three toilets. I go really in.
Why is that a judge of a Scout HQ?
Have you? Well, you know, if you.
Oh, they've got 4 toilets.
Yeah.
This is premium.
Oh no, I like the best ones where they have a disabled one which opens out, not in. Oh yeah.
Mike is
yeah,
telling
look
us
at,
he's a
look at
connoisseur
all
of
those, all those
excited
people
by
out there
this.
are like,
Don't get
"Ooh,
excited
that's
by a
good-
disabled Lou."
That's a good scout hut when they've got that. See, there we go.
I mean, don't worry about
I know my
provisioning
audience.
space. No.
They love this stuff. I'm saying.
You'll
that-
Should we
incriminate
go
yourself.
back?
I'm being-
There's a nice way that you compare photos on
Ooh.
social media.
Okay,
So
yes.
you can have your grip and grin with an award and then have a nice action shot of what they did to get that award.
Yes, that's a
Absolutely.
good idea. So yeah, you could do like sort of variations. So you could have your grip and grin, but also something that obviously pairs that up, as you say.
But I think the grip and grin should only be used in the right situations, like a top award.
Okay.
Or
Not
something
as if,
like that.
like when you go to Candlestick Scout Centre, for example, and all grip and grin outside the Candle
Chalet,
Lodge. And
yeah.
be like, yay,
Yeah,
we're
but
really
that's-
enjoying ourselves. We've
this
been on a
is-
hike and everything. That doesn't tell the story.
It doesn't, and it doesn't show us inside that hut. I'm telling you, it's all about inside that building. I want to see it all. Right, so thumb stoppers. I know this is your
Oh.
word that I love to bits. I only learnt it last month. So what is a thumb stopper?
So, a thumb stopper is definitely not a word that I invented.
Oh, isn't it?
Well, no, it's not. I
Huh.
just...
Did you not copy it?
I didn't steal it.
He was inspired by something.
I was inspired by someone, a PhD student.
Really?
So yeah,
You
they
copied
were
his
studying
term.
social media. So a thumb stopper is, let's say you've got your Twitter feed up and you're just scrolling through, scrolling. A thumb stopper is the content that you would get to that would make that person stop scrolling.
Okay.
So an example of that would be a photo, a video, a poll, rich content, stuff like that. If it's just a tweet that says 3 lines that says, we're at Candlesteg, doesn't quite
How
cut the
many
mustard.
people actually stop and read something that's just text on social media?
It's not very many people.
That's one.
That's one.
One person.
Uno.
How many of you would actually stop on a kid, maybe with a water pistol, shooting it down the camera or something exciting like that? That's the first thing that popped into my head.
Exactly, because you start to think, oh, something's going on here.
That's
There's
it.
also another benefit, especially on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So Facebook will prioritise videos in the news feed over anything else. So live
okay.
videos, then photos, and then text.
Wow.
So you're more likely to get seen if you're putting out a video or photo with your post.
Well,
If you
there
want to
we
make
are.
an announcement, Facebook Live is the way to do it.
Yeah.
Is it?
Because all of your followers will get a notification saying, oh, Scoutadelic's live now.
Wow.
It's very exciting.
I've never done a Facebook Live in my life.
It's terrifying the first
Is
time
it?
you do it. It's really scary.
The only time I knew that you were doing it was...
When you got notified, because that's the best way.
Yes, there was that.
Hey.
And also, you were behind the camera at the time, and it was U-Shape Month.
Oh, yeah.
And you were actually, like, sort of filming them.
Mm.
And then, obviously, they were filming something for me, so I actually have the content of you filming them on live stream Facebook thing. I know, I'm down with the kids.
Inception has nothing on you.
I know. Is a selfie a grip and grin?
No.
No. Because
you-
action, the selfies are meant to be like an actiony thing. You don't take a selfie and go like...
But you're gripping it, and then if I recall
So now you're
correctly,
questioning the name for this.
I'm grinning. See,
I
that's-
am not.
That's a grip the phone. Grin. Yeah, well, you didn't grin, but, you know, that's a grip and grin, isn't it?
No.
No.
I think selfies are just, I suppose, they're trend.
They
They're
are.
fun.
Anything.
They have a fun
And they're
On
fun.
element.
brand
kids-
with the Twitter
like-
age.
Like, kids love being in selfies, and they're always smiling, they're always happy, and they're normally doing something or around something. So they can tell a story through that.
I remember
Okay.
the first time I took a selfie with my beavers 2 years ago. And I said, oh, should we have a selfie? And there were 30 of them. And they all ran at me at the same time from all directions. And that's how I smashed my first phone screen.
So one thing that I also think of, if you have parents who are very much no, can't do this, then do a mascot. I know that my Cubs loved a mascot. The Explorers loved a mascot. Scouts, not so much. I always think that they always
Because
like...
beavers and cubs are basically the same. Just
Yeah.
beavers and explorers. That's
Yes.
the one.
I'm so glad you
Going to bed at
said
3
that.
a.m. is
Yeah.
not healthy for me.
Ooh. And you also have to rush off soon, don't you?
Do I? Oh, yeah, I do.
You do. Yes. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I know.
What's so glad that he has to rush off? Or
Unfollowed.
Yes, I will. If you want to unfollow... So we want more Sunday roast dinners and less trains and buses.
I'll have a Twitter poll with that on later.
Actually, on Insta Stories are brilliant, and they get so much engagement from people. And I think if you're not doing Insta Stories, please start doing them as your scout group, because they're really easy, they're really quick, and you can keep adding to them throughout the day. So parents at home, other people that follow, can see what you're actually doing rather than having to wait. And they really do drive engagement. You can push them to other posts that you've made, and I think actually it's a great platform. And if you're wanting to like talk to young people, Instagram is the platform to do it on.
Yes, Facebook is for old people. I mean,
Oh, I'm a Facebooker.
Case closed.
oh, come on, you dished it. So,
But
so yeah, young people use Instagram. They really, really do. So, if you want to reach young people, then that is the platform to use. So, your next act
My next act
is Mr. Milson.
He is.
With hashtag Scoutadelic avocado. That's what he's named his segment that I've just made up. But we should tweet that. I'm tweeting
Avadelic. Avadelic.
No.
No? Okay.
It does work, but no.
Scoutacado?
No, because then it sounds too much like a cardo.
Cardo. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
My shopping.
Give him a round of applause. Thank you very much, guys. You were amazing. Okay.